Alright, what's going on, y'all? So, it's time for us to jump into the car. We've got a lot of cleaning up to do. Because the story behind this car, my buddy owned it right out of high school. He ended up passing away. My friend who I got the car from had it. Well, he had intentions of painting the car. That's why it looks the way it does. It's taken apart, primed, he taped up a lot of stuff, pulled off trim, pulled motor because he had to work on the motor and stuff. Well, then he got busy and let it sit. Doors off, trunk off. So that's where we are starting. We have to clean it out. So I'm going to do most of this because I'm not sure what I'm going to find in the car. The box that our friend's ashes came in is actually in the car. Not his ashes, of course, but I don't know what we're going to find. So I'm going to deal with it, and then we'll start letting the kids be more part of it when we're taking seats out. I'm going to vacuum and clean out as much as I can. I already know that there were a couple roaches in there, so we have a lot of work to do. So I'm going to start with the trunk, and I already know we're definitely missing a good bit of trim pieces. Definitely going to replace some trim pieces. I have the doors, I have the trunk. I'm missing some trunk bolts, so I have to get some bolts. So I will be putting stuff back on, but I will also be covering it with a tarp going forward from here, after I clean a lot of it up, because I need to get a lot of that wet leaves out. I was wondering where the fuel door was. There it is. So looks like we're gonna have to be careful getting some of these leaves and stuff out, so we don't lose some parts. Here's some other things. Air sprayer. The antenna. That's cool. That's cool. I was worried about that. Oh, I wasn't worried about it. I was wondering where that was too. I need to get a container to put any pieces and parts I find, because like I said, fuel door, there's an intercooler piping clamp, but doesn't have the rest of it, so that'll all be replaced anyway, so I'm not too worried about keeping a lot of the stuff. He still does have a lot of the parts like in a trailer and things like that, so I will be going back and forth to his spot and finding as much as I can, because like I said, I've got a bumper. A lot of the cosmetic stuff we're probably going to change. I do want to do the Sylvia conversion on it, so finding some of that stuff would be a little difficult, but we're going to do our best. So I did find a guy in South Carolina who has a lot of stuff, so hopefully he'll be able to help me piece a lot of this stuff back together. Seals, I know you can order seals, definitely on the doors. The windows come up, so I'm gonna go get something to put this stuff in. So that's the truck. So what I'm definitely looking for, of course, is where standing water was. Check on rust. It should just be surface rust. It doesn't look like it's just surface stuff. So a lot of the stuff, once it dries, it'll be easy to just kind of sand out and throw some primer on until we fully paint. Because I do want to put new fresh coats of paint on this stuff, and so. We will also, obviously it's dirty because it's under the tree, so we will be pressure washing it all to get it right back to where we need it to so we can paint it. So I mean, all this stuff will just be a light scruff, get some primer on it. But there's the trunk so far. How does that look? Inside is gonna be bad. This is where we're gonna have to be kind of slow because, like I said, some of the pieces are still in here. Like we threw some stuff in here when we're moving it. But there's the. That's no good. No, definitely don't need that. I'm not gonna throw it in the trash can, but it's okay. It'll all be replaced. Little Pioneer speaker. I wonder if that still works. Be fun. So, Zoe girl.
I want to help.
Okay, well. Seems like it caught fire. That's weird. You introduce yourself to the people. So this is my daughter Zoe. She is going to be one of the future drivers of this car. I was just telling them that I'm going to do most of the cleaning out because I don't know what we're going to find in here. Unless you can find you some gloves. Go real slow with me. Can you find you some gloves? Because we definitely need gloves. Yeah. Ask me mom if she's got some gloves or you have some down here, don't you?
I might. I'll have to
go look for them.
Okay.
Let's add the kids to it. It's fun. That's what's part. That's what's what. Here's that box I was telling you about. Might need some paper towels. I'm glad some of this stuff is in good condition. You know, the dash is definitely not. That's going to be a hard source right there. It's finding a new dash. I know that's one of the worst things on these S chassis is those dashes always crack. Always. Door piece. Down the starter. Oh, nice. Nice. I'm glad we're finding pieces.
These are the ones that I can find.
That'll work. That'll work. Well, there's a shifter now. Oh, ashtray. A little ashtray money. What? Look at that. Score. We've already made money off the car. We got the car for free. I don't know if I told you that. Now I've made money. There's at least $1 in there. I know that. This is called an ashtray. Did you know that? They used to put these in cars.
Didn't know that.
Did not know that.
No, I didn't.
Here's oil pressure.
Is it?
Oh, inside door. Which that's again, the panels, the inside door panels are actually still over at my buddy's house, outside on the ground. I'll have to find new ones because they're probably dry rotted. Door. It's good. I need that box over here. Zoe, can you bring me that box?
Box?
Yep, box. So just because I don't need it doesn't mean I'm going to get rid of it. Because there might be somebody out there that I could help. So, this is what I'm talking about. If you go to the other side, go find another box.
Okay.
And whatever you find that doesn't look like it's trash, like, always ask me. But we're putting stuff, we need to get this stuff out so I can vacuum out these leaves. There's no wrenches.
Oh.
Ooh, here's another cool thing. This is a cigarette lighter adapter. They also, because you can smoke in your car, they had cigarette lighters. You push it in. I wish I could find. probably can't find the actual cigarette lighter, but yeah, you used to push it in, and then once it got hot, it would pop out, and then you would light your cigarette with it.
That's cool.
That's the old school, baby. Ooh, I think this is the lock for the trunk. I was definitely hoping to find this. Yeah, pretty sure I mentioned this in the first video, but this had an RB20 in it, and that's what I plan to go back with because my buddy has the motor. We're actually supposed to be picking it up this week. So, motor is the last thing on the list to work on, but I want to paint the engine bay as well. I kind of want to do that clean look where all the emission stuff is gone and you weld in the holes, grind it down, paint it, and it just looks so much better. But we'll see. We'll see, because I'm not too familiar on all that stuff. So, but we can learn. Anytime you see bolts, ooh, another hood hinge. We need multiple containers. I'm gonna get a bolt container. You keep working. So I'm actually oddly impressed with just how well the carpet is. It's not like rotted or wet. So definitely we'll probably end up pulling it all out and do like a real good deep clean on it. We'll probably replace these seats with just a different seat, or if I can get them reupholstered and new cushion on it. I don't know. We'll see, but starting to look better. So let's move on. Let's just keep moving on. We're gonna move on to the other side with Zoe. We're gonna keep moving on to the other side where Zoe was. I'm gonna do a little run through, make sure that she didn't miss anything, and then we'll suck all them leaves up. Okay, so I might have spoke too soon on the interior. Looks like I got a gouge right here. So, oh well, that's fine. But I did notice that they got some good rust on the actual seat brackets. At least this one. Now we'll move our way to the back as best as possible. Looks like there's a lot more good pieces back there, so that's hopeful. You can't really see them, but there's one right there. Oh, cockroach. Luckily it's been cold today. Like, it was cold today. Like, honestly, we could have started working on this a lot earlier today, but I didn't want to because it was cold and I didn't want to come outside. And I had a fire going and I was playing Pokemon on my Switch. Yeah, I'm 36. Kids are playing games too. I wasn't ignoring anybody. So, I mean, I definitely found some things, like obviously upholstery. The back seats aren't the worst. I'm feared that cockroaches are living in them. So, yeah, there's one right there. Die. But for the most part, those aren't the worst. Those could definitely probably be reupholstered easily. Those front seats, I just want to replace them in general. I want to get some good, better, like racing style look, seats that still recline and everything. So, but here's what we're looking like. Of course, we didn't get everything. I gotta get those sleeves up. So here's the front, back. Not too bad, actually. Of course, the further we dive into it, pulling that carpet up, making sure there's no rust underneath there. Obviously, lifting it up, making sure there's no rust underneath the bottom. Rust here in South Carolina is a big thing. So, especially when it's set for as long as it did. But because of how long it's set, I'm actually really surprised at how well it is. So, we'll just always store this stuff, and then we'll be cleaning it up. Like I said, we're gonna pressure wash it, get it nice and cleaner, That way I can really see what we're diving into, and then start working on getting this thing painted. We do have some body work to do because my buddy hit it with a trailer. So you see this is bent. We're bent down here. Good news is that my brother-in-law, who you saw tow the car here, has all the stuff for us to fix that, and a mobile paint booth in which he wants to paint the car for us, which I think is awesome. It's going to save us some money, but also just one more thing to bring family in on this thing. So appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you in the next one.